So this is the update of the garden. This is gonna be about a long video, so not really long, maybe under 5 minutes, but I would encourage you to phone the other way so you can capture all the updates. I will start from a bit of the containers before I go to the bed and possibly talk about my plans for the greenhouse. And for those of you that are really new to this page, in the next few days I'll be talking about growing your plants in containers, and you can see I have over 40 containers, and this also applies to those that are having very limited space and wondering how can they still garden. Space is not an issue, it's just getting started. So I will start with some of the flowers. I have a bit of zinnia here, and different colors of zinnia, and I just started a bit of marigold, but I could see it's flowering, and in a few days I should start seeing flower buds. Same with more marigolds that I plan to put in other places. Here I have water leaf. It's kind of popular around West Africa and more. I have more bitter leaf, and if you want one, let me know. Send a DM to me and I can see how I can get it to you. I have more bitter leaf and a bit of more water leaf. This is more petunias and kale. I keep coming back over and over to harvest this one, and the same with this. This is I planted what do they call this? Shasta daisy, but I have a bit of not jute leaf, amaranth taking over. I do not mind. I can cut off the amaranth and still let my Shasta daisy survive. Same with here. I missed about another flower, Nastra, whatever the name is. If you remember, you can send it in the chat so that others can learn from that. I have another Shasta and a mix. The one that I'm loving right now is this dahlias. In the previous video I said watch out, but it sent out a lot of blooms, and you can see the gorgeous flower and more buds showing up here and there. For the first bed here, I will say I have more of this is Swiss chard. I have a bit of a green Swiss chard, the red Swiss chard, onions growing on the side. They've kind of covered up this Nigerian eggplant, the white variety, but it's okay. Kind of a bit of flower, marigold here. This is what they look like at this time. And I let the cabbage go to seed. I don't mind. I like the flowers. So it also acts as a way to draw pollinators to the garden. And I have my Roma going crazy, promising lots of fruits. Here also more Romas, and let's go to the other bed. This bed is just basic with peppers, tomatoes, and I let them grow. I have the white eggplants here, a lot of flowers, and I have the green eggplants. You can see the difference, spot the difference in the leaves, and the white one quite similar, but you can see a lot of more zigzag edge type of leaf in this one. Let's go to the back and see what is going on at the back, where we have the Abraham Lincoln and the Brandywine tomato. Check these out, cucumbers going crazy. I just made this little trellis for them to climb up. Hopefully they recognize it, but I still guide them anyways. My tomatoes at the back. You see that? They're starting to fruit, and I have a good number of tomatoes. They're quite big. And I have more of them at the back here. So you have the Abraham Lincoln and the Brandywine tomatoes. The Brandywine tomatoes looking more round, and the Abraham Lincoln the other way. Tomatoes growing here. Also, this is another bed already. If you look down, you see more of them. This is a mix. I'm not trellising this. Even though pineapple tomatoes are indeterminate, I let them grow to bush here. I just a little pole to keep them upright so they're not directly on the ground. And I still have my Roma spreading out, taking a chunk of the sun here for its survival. A little bit of pepper. One thing I would do next time, if I'm planting pepper, it has to be far away, perhaps even in front completely. I would never put it to compete. It grows slowly and takes forever. So yeah. And these are the beets. Let me show you the progress of the beets. Oh boy, can you see what I am seeing over there? I wish I could get closer to see. Okay, this one is a better view. You see that? That's huge. So that is the progress for the beets now. Let's go to other plants. For context, those of you that before, this is what it looks like, and it's gonna grow bigger and bigger, and I really love it. I eat them, I snack on them, and I also use them to make soup. Try them. And the carrots, you can see them maturing, and in a few days I'll be coming out here with my daughter to pull some and snack on them and wait, leave the rest for a bit of fall so that we can have the sweetest taste of carrots. One more thing, I let the lettuce grow to seed. Last year I didn't plant most of the lettuce here, and they came back the year after, so I don't have to buy seeds all every soil mass, nitrogen loss. That is what I just call this bed. The soil mass is the least compared to the rest, and you can see the effect on the rest of the plants. They look like they need a little bit of nitrogen, but they're doing very well already. The leaves are still okay, and should it become a problem, I will fertilize. But you can see the mass of the plant, not as much as what I have here, where I have bigger bed and soil mass. For this fourth bed, I still have a bit of pepper. This is the banana pepper. I have a bit of candy tomatoes. If you know these tomatoes, they grow really fast, so tiny, like, well, maybe the name candy explains it all. And they drop a lot if you don't catch up with the amount that they put out. The next bed, one of my favorites, I have the mix of Brandywine, Abraham Lincoln. This is the Brandywine tomatoes, and we have the Abraham Lincoln tomatoes, and more are still producing. I kind of trellis this up so it goes all the way to the top. You can see more and more still growing. On the side I have a bit of watermelon, so I'll let it trellis and go up. Maybe then it gets more sunlight, but for real I don't care about that one, even if it doesn't survive. But I have the best from the rest and more here. See more banana pepper, and I have the holy basil, really lovely. I've cut some and I've dried them. It's something you should try. I have kale in the mix, and I just ate all the lettuce here so I could create more space for this pepper to grow, and so that this kale can survive. Now my zucchini. I don't know what is really eating up my zucchini, but I was supposed to come out this morning to harvest this, but you can see the bite marks all over it, and it keeps putting out flowers. And here is my Nigerian garden bed with a mix of betel leaf. I tried this, actually not bad, and tete green, a lot of more tete at the back. Now this is the most interesting part. The ewedu, which we call jute leaf, started growing, and you can see the glossy leaf, shining. You have the water leaf here. I'll create another video just for this one, and you still have the green. It's a whole interesting mix. I can't go through all the videos. Maybe I'll dedicate one for each bed over time so that I can go in details. Well, it's raspberry time. I don't wait because this creatures beat me to eat, and they always eat up the raspberry and all the plants that I have. You see, this is bad.